Yo, yo, yo. What up, peoples? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Oh, man. Oh, it's good to be back. It's always weird, man, having that day off every week now, but it's good stuff. We got the Dave the Diver, all the Dave the Diver playthrough and clips and highlights, all that stuff's up on YouTube now. It's all public, and I've got all the episodes of Remnant 2 up on YouTube now, so I don't have the clips and highlights and stuff from the Remnant 2 stuff public yet, but probably by the end of today they will be. But I got all that stuff done yesterday, so it's good. What up, Ferret? Yo, did you get my message last night? Did you get my message? It's good to see you guys. Preacher, what's up, buddy? Long time no see, man. Yeah, I figured. I sent it right before I logged out, dude. I was trying to make sure you wouldn't be able to get back to me, you know? Yeah. Yeah, that was on purpose, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I figured it'd be something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hope the dude, actually, you know, we'll talk about it, but Destiny 2 felt really good, dude. Felt really good, you know. I mean, as expected. I think I mean, the wife was pretty exhausted yesterday, so getting into a game like that, which she had never played before, you know, was a bit daunting anyways, and then being tired on top. But she I think she had a pretty good time playing it, dude, so I'm thinking we're gonna do it next week too. It felt good though. Felt good. So we'll see how it keeps going. It'll be Warlock for me. Dude, what did she pick? Hunter, maybe? I think. I think so anyways. I don't remember for sure what she picked. But I think it was Hunter. She might have gone Warlock as well though. It was late by the time we got started for both of us, dude. You know, we started at the same time. We got started late. It was so I don't know, but I'll have some more info for you after next time we play. But that's what I played whenever I played the game when it first released as well. Now that I've gone back and played the game again, that's what I played the first time. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had a good Wednesday. We've got video gaming news for this morning, August 10th. And then we'll play another day of Fallout New Vegas, man. Fallout New Vegas. I thought we would be playing WrestleQuest right now, but if you didn't know, the game got delayed by about 2 weeks, right before it was supposed to release. So last minute delay. Again, shout out to the developer and publisher of WrestleQuest. I mean, they did what they should do. They did what so many developers and publishers should do. They found a pretty terrible bug in the game. I think they were trying to crunch time fix it. They weren't able to. It was corrupting save files for certain platforms. And rather than push the game out, they said, we're going to delay the entire thing. And that's what, you know, right there for me, that puts them in a good light automatically. I'll actually bring them up. We'll just go ahead and get into this news segment. We'll talk about it. Kick it off with that, and then we'll move into everything else, okay? Let's do this. Let's kill this music real quick, get that death count off there, which we'll get back going once we get into the gameplay today. Interesting. There we go. So this is who we're talking about here, if you didn't know. This is what we had planned on playing right now. And it was supposed to drop literally like as the day was turning from the 7th into the 8th, basically our time zone here for the stream. And Megacat Studios and Skybound, Megacat being the developer and Skybound Games is the publisher, they kind of came out last minute and said, yo, we need to delay this. I talked about it on our last, on our news segment on Tuesday. We were off yesterday, obviously. And let everybody know. And I mean, shout out to them, man. That's what should be done. You don't see this happen enough nowadays. It's all about meeting that release date. It's not about making sure that you're pushing out your product in the best state possible. You know what I mean? They found a bug. It was a bad bug, and they said we can't do this to the people that are anticipating our game. You know, and that's amazing. Is it a bit disappointing not getting to play the game right now? Yeah, and it also kind of sucks because it's going to line up with a release of another game, Blasphemous 2, that we're planning on playing on release, which comes out 2 days after this is going to now. But this is the way it should be done. And now, Mega Cat, you know, and Skybound, those are two names that we should all be remembering for what they've done with the release of this game. Making sure they're pushing out a quality product, not taking advantage of consumers knowing that there was an issue with the game. Instead, they said, look, we're going to hold off. There's an issue. We're going to take care of it before we release this. And that's what we need out of the companies in this industry. We don't see this enough. So big props to Mega Cat Studios and Skybound Games, man. It's great stuff. Let's get into see what we can find for the news. I got the search set up for the 8th through the 10th. So basically Tuesday through today. So we'll catch anything that we missed over not being live yesterday. Yeah, probably not, Ferret. Yeah, probably not. This is really just for right now is just something that's just supposed to be for us. You know, like I said. So she really doesn't want to be gaming with anybody else but me. You know what I mean? So that's probably why better not for now. You know. Yeah. 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 Because again, I mean, this is the reason it's also not being, you know, streamed is it's something for us to do more as a couple. It's not for other people to be involved in. It's not that, you know, I mean, if we do continue to play Destiny 2, there might be occasions where, you know, we need to do some more high level stuff, and I might hit you up and be like, yo, you want to help us out or be a part of it or whatever, rather than just randos or whatever. But for the most part, you know, especially while we're just getting started and everything here, it's like kind of almost like date night stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's just our thing. Yeah. Psycho, what's up, buddy? Yeah. That's smart. Yeah, I'll look at that next time. So that's really what it's about, you know. And for her, again, this is like an entire like venture that she's never really taken a dive into outside of like some she's had very little gaming experience, you know, outside of like maybe some like Mario Kart, Mario Party stuff. She played Tomb Raider. She played Tomb Raider on my account a number of years ago. But outside of that, nothing much else. And she's just, I think a big part of it's just wanting to spend more time with me, doing what I enjoy, and also getting into a part of gaming that she's never experienced, right? And just for her, she's expressed to me it's just something she wants to do with us, you know. Yeah. Oh, cool, man. Nice. Yeah, Psycho. Yeah, we did our gaming stuff last night. So, yeah. What's up, dude? What's up, Psycho? Yeah. Let's see what we got in here for the gaming stuff, man. Let's see what we got going on. Let's get it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's Thursday now, dude. Yeah. Oh man. Um PS Plus drops free games with over 530 hours of gameplay. We'll see what this is. Looks like we've also got a lot of Sony first party games that are dropping out of the fiscal year for PlayStation. Take a look at that as well. And we got details on their cloud streaming service. All right. All mainline RE games are bundled for $35. Okay. Last chance to grab critically acclaimed RPG in a giveaway as well. Man, we're gonna have a lot of news this morning, probably, guys, which is fine. I kind of expect our Thursdays to be a little bit chunkier with the news, just because I've started taking Wednesdays off. By the way, not next week, but the week after, I'll be changing up. I've got something that's happening the week of the 21st through the 25th. Instead of taking that Wednesday off, I'll be having that Monday off, guys. So I'll be off on the 21st. It's a Monday instead of the 23rd. Yeah, we got to pull that stuff up. Yo, that's a good reminder, Psycho. Yeah. It's fair. Thanks. Yeah, both of you guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah. We need to talk about this. So, Ferret hit me up with this yesterday. We'll talk about this. Just grab that. Stop that. Yeah, there we go. So, not necessarily gaming news, but it can affect gamers because this is apparently a critical weakness found in billions of processors, which means devices across the board that have Intel processors, right? So we'll pull it. We'll cover this as well. Okay. Funny enough, not now we've got Intel that is having flaws in their chips, and then recently we covered AMD has been found to have a critical vulnerability in their chips, which apparently can't be fixed either, which allows people to just basically hack into Tesla vehicles. Can't be fixed so far, at least, anyways. Which is, I don't know, man. That's kind of crazy. But we've already talked about the AMD one, so I'd say the AMD is not quite as heavy as the Intel one is here. Really all the AMD one does is allow people to get extra features they should probably already have for buying a Tesla vehicle, to be honest. But they can circumvent having to pay for things like heated seats and heated steering wheel and stuff like that. This is a little bit worse, probably. We'll read all about it though. And Ferret, thanks for pushing that to me yesterday in the Discord, and thanks for that gift too. That gift was good. Wait. Yeah, let me see this. I mean, to be fair, like, I'm not one of those people really. I don't do the whole, AMD Intel war. I don't, if there's legitimate factual, information out there that shows that people should be, leaning one way or the other for these products or whatever, because it happens with everything, right? It's like whether it's consoles, the console wars. Well, PlayStation's better, Xbox is better, Nintendo's better, whatever. That a lot of that just comes down to personal preference, and people become just fans of a platform because they've been on it for a long time or whatever. So they turn into this, like, I don't know, like a fan of that particular system, to where the other systems don't line up right for them or whatever. You know what I mean? Same thing for Intel and AMD. I mean, people do it with just about any kind of product, right? I have two, Ferret. Yeah, exactly. That, I mean, for forever, ever, dude, I've run AMD chips because it's what you get for performance for the cost is just, that's where it's always been for AMD, and that's why I've always run those chips. No, I mean, Intel until over the last, like, probably half decade, they were always the top tier chip, but you were going to pay for that performance, right? You were really going to pay for that performance. They were I mean, ultra expensive compared to AMD, and AMD was more like the, the budget man's chip, you know what I mean? But the price versus performance was astronomical for AMD versus Intel. And now, AMD still has really competitive prices on their chips, and their chips are bangers, dude. So, I don't know. I mean, to each their own. I mean, as with anything, I think that what people need to be doing is taking a look at factual information, benchmarking. I often try to advise people, like we talk about GPUs a lot. There's actually new AMD GPUs coming out. But so we're waiting on some benchmarking on those. But apparently they're already showing up in some pre-built PCs that we weren't expecting and stuff. But my advice to people is always like, look at like price versus performance benchmarking, and look at where you can get the best bang for your buck for something. Because most of us, you know what I mean? Most of us are going to be limited in some capacity by, finances. Yeah, to some extent. There are people out there that could care less and have no kind of, care about money. Doesn't present an obstacle to them, and whatever, more power to them. They can just buy whatever they want. But for most of us, it's more beneficial to look at price versus performance. So I try to do that stuff for everybody. Wait. Oh yeah, fair. Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting at. And I mean, especially now you talk about like, the X3D processors and everything with that double level 3 cache memory on them and everything. They're like, even in the gaming realm too, they're just blowing Intel out of the water. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at. Over the past 5 years, they've really, really come into their own. In still being very affordable and performing better as well. And Intel really got overtaken by AMD. Yeah, right, psycho. Play it cool, man. I shall taint you a second time. Yikers, dude. That's quite the threat. That is quite the threat. No bullying in here. You hear me? All right. Dude, how long have I been talking about this? Look, Netflix launches a game controller app for playing games on your TV. Check it out. I've been talking about this. Oh, he's going to be out of commission for a while. He got tainted. Yeah. So, I've been talking about the fact we've got over the past, last year was Netflix's big entry into gaming. It was their first full year of their venture into the gaming industry, and I feel like their strategy was pretty good, honestly. I mean, they have a lot of notable games that they brought into that platform, but they've only been accessible through their mobile app, really, right? And now they've got they own different development studios. They're in the process of developing a AAA game, but you can't play their games anywhere else. You can't like pull up like a desktop app and play them on your desktop if you have a subscription. You can't, do like play them on your TV or anything like that, which is kind of off-putting. You know what I mean? Who's tainted now, buddy? There it is. Yeah. So I've been talking about that here lately, especially with like WrestleQuest was coming out, right? As well as like Oxenfree 2. We have big games hitting their platform, or big-ish games that people want to play, but not everybody wants to play those games on like a mobile device through their mobile app or whatever. People would like to have a more well-rounded like a desktop application or an application that you can download onto like your console or whatever, right? And you can play with whatever controller, things of that nature. And they just don't have that yet. And that's what I've been talking about here lately about Netflix. I think that what they're doing is good, but they're a little bit behind the ball, in my opinion, on giving people access to play their games in that kind of capacity. Play through your console, play through your desktop on your PC or whatever, you know, and they need to get that going. But apparently they've got something for the TV coming. So let's take a look at that. This is crazy. Did you guys hear about that? It's not really gaming news, but it's crazy. Game cards. I literally just took so you know I've talked about I have like a gaming laptop from like back in 2018, and dude I just took the entire laptop apart. It started having some issues. It's the first time I've ever torn it apart. Oh, for real? Yeah, dude. Yeah. Apparently, I didn't even really read into it because I haven't taken a dive into this. I can link it to you, dude, if you want to read about it. I didn't dive into this. This isn't video gaming stuff, but apparently there's like $300,000 worth of collectible cards stolen. Look at this pallet, dude. Just a pallet of cards somebody just yoinked, dude. Pretty crazy. It keeps coming up in our news searches though, so if you want to read it, there it is in chat. Oh, you got a coworker that went to QuakeCon? Nice, dude. That's sick. Nice. Yeah. But yeah, my laptop started having some weird issues. Um, rando beepings and random just like shutdowns, just turnoffs, not even shutdowns, just turnoffs and stuff. And I was like, oh man. I I kind of started assuming that it was something to do with the battery. Even though I leave it plugged in all the time, sometimes laptops can have weird issues if the battery starts dying. Where even if it's plugged in, if the battery isn't being sensed or whatever, it'll just shut the computer down. It'll beep randomly and stuff like that. So I started looking into it for this PC, and sure enough, that's what a lot of the stuff I was finding online. This laptop. So tore that baby apart, bought a new battery, and the past like day and a half, I'd been going through a process of like, after I already got the battery in, I replaced the battery, put it all back together, cleaned up the internals and everything because it was super dirty. I had never opened it, dude. I've owned that computer since that laptop since 2018. Um, so I cleaned it up real well, put it all back together, and then the past day and a half, man, I was going through the process of like charging the leaving the computer off, charging it up all the way, and then unplugging it, turning it on, and just letting the battery die all the way out. You know what I mean? Like getting the battery fully charged, doing that a few times, and then the wife gamed on it last night, man, and no issues or anything. So I think that's all it was the battery. But it's kind of funky to have that happen, you know. Whenever it's still plugged in, to have it just do that stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, for real? Yeah. I need to probably upgrade the RAM in that PC though. Actually, I think it's only got 16 gigs of RAM, and at this point, I probably need to upgrade it to 32. It's still, it's. I mean, dude, my son games on that thing all the time, and it does work. It's got like a 1060 in it, 16 gigs of RAM. It's an Acer Predator laptop. Bought it back in like 2018 during like Black Friday time. It's a good laptop. It works really well. Um, do I know how to upgrade? Well, it depends on if it can be upgraded. Some laptops can be, some laptops cannot be. It just depends on you'll have to look into it and see. Look up your make and model. Yeah. You guys, dude. Yeah. Most of the time, if it's an actual like legitimate gaming PC, then and nowadays more modern laptops are better about being able to be upgraded and stuff. Yeah. Gross. Nobody gives a crap about NFTs, dude. It's just a scam. Nice, dude. Nice. Not quite as much. Let's talk about this real quick. Your free games, Bloons TD6 and Loop Hero, are about to go away. So if and look, this is like as far as I'm concerned, a no brainer. Even if you don't PC game, you should go create an Epic account and just be grabbing your free games every week because they give away bangers all the time. And you never know, in the future you might become a PC gamer. And if at that point you do become a PC gamer, you'll have a library of great games to start diving into. So it takes only a few minutes of time to start an Epic Games account. You can just start one on their website. You don't have to have their desktop app, which is what I'm using. You can just go to Epic Games' website, create an account, and they give away free games every single week. For a week at a time, they'll give away normally like two titles, like you see right now. You can get Bloons TD6 and Loop Hero. And these are two banger games right now, but you can only get these for about another 3 hours. Just over 3 hours left to grab these titles before they are no longer available for free. And then Europa Universalis 4 and Keeping an Eye on You will be the next free games. So it's really a no-brainer, dude. Uh, go get your free games, okay? Do it. Let's go look at our other search real quick. Guys, what are you doing? That was weird. We're getting a little light show, dude. Thought I saw flashing, man. 1 second, guys. Sorry. Um, this is so weird. I figured we'd have a lot more news than this after being off yesterday. Kofi. Yeah, you're good, dude. You're good. He says, Metro author handed 8-year prison term for speaking out against the Russian invasion. world we live in, dude. Konami's about to start just pumping, dude. Profits back on track, 22% rise, quarter one. I mean, look, dude, we're talking Metal Gear. We've got lots of Metal Gear stuff coming. We've got lots of Silent Hill stuff coming. Castlevania stuff's apparently getting ready to be pumping back in as well. We've had a collaboration with Dead Cells for Castlevania. And they're looking to revamp that series too. So, dude, Konami's about to be back in the mix, man. This is dude, I've got to get this news segment clip from Tuesday done and put up with this whole like Red Dead stuff. I got to get that done today. I forgot to do it yesterday. We went into depth on that on Tuesday. I'm behind. I need to get that put on YouTube. Rockstar can get wrecked, dude. What a scummy corporation, bro. Not yet. Nobody wants my account, dude. I'm not. I'm a Z tier streamer, bro. Nobody wants my account, dog. Yo, I use like two-factor authentication on like everything, also. So I mean, it's not that like they can't get it. You know, it's not like you can't get around that or whatever, but they'll have a harder time getting mine. So I mean, if somebody's smart enough, they know what they're doing, they can get it. I know that, but it's not going to be quite as easy as maybe some other people's will that just don't secure their accounts and everything. You know what I mean? And it's not like, I mean, really, all I use that account for is just to like every once in a while I'll tweet something like that Rockstar stuff. I couldn't help. Oh, oh, I didn't even hear about this. They just took them from the owners. What? Yeah, I knew who you were talking about. I knew you were talking about. Here's what's stupid. Davey, what's up, dude? Yeah, I knew what company you were talking about. Here's what's stupid though. Well, I mean, what is the name of the company? Because, dude, if you still have to go to Twitter.com. So the name of the site hasn't changed. You know what I mean? The name of the site hasn't changed. The icon for it is different. Why do they just take accounts away from the owners? Well, but this probably has to do with the whole like blue chip verification crap. If it's not a verified account, then you don't really own it or whatever. Something to do with that. Old Muskie, dude. Old Muskie. He ruined that flipping platform, dude. He ruined it. Not, I mean, not that I was a fan of it anyways, but oh, dude, I did see something about that. I thought you were just talking in general. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They just like yoinked it. Yeah. I mean, this is just another look at like corruption in the world. People with money, corporations, they'll just do whatever they want, dude. You know, and this is why they've got to be held accountable. For doing crap like this, and not just like something that's like a bad boy, like a slap on a wrist, dude. They need to be truly held accountable. They need to have things done to them that actually severely impact them to show them that it's not okay. I mean, that's where like these regulatory committees and from the government and stuff need to step in and really like start slamming. But I mean, our government's corrupt too, so it's you know, like what do you do? It's so bad, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I don't know what the answer is. Static X, dude. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Starfield release coincides with major Game Pass something. We'll see what this is. Yeah, dude. Twisted Metal's supposed to be pretty decent. Rip DMX, dude. Feels bad. F's in chat for DMX, man. Yeah, I want to watch it too, Psycho. That's what I was saying the whole time. Was I was really hopeful that like the show would be good enough, and the trailers looked really funny. I was hoping the show would be good enough that it would actually prompt a revamp of the game itself. You know, yo, yeah. Here's the. I was actually going to talk about this a little bit ago, but I forgot whenever Psycho brought it up. But the Quake 2 remaster is going to be released today. This was announced earlier from like in anticipation of QuakeCon and everything. But Quake 2 Remaster's coming, guys. That's sick. Valve is selling refurbished Steam Decks, guys, at discounts. All right, we'll stick with this. Let's get in here. This is what we'll talk about. These will be our articles for the day. Oh yeah, I know, dude. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not real familiar with him, but I did know that. Yeah. Have you seen the trailer of the where it's Sweet Tooth and what's the other main character in the show and from the game, and they're like doing the thong song thing, Cisco's thong song. It looks really funny, dude. That show looks funny, bro. Starfield release coincides with major Xbox Game Pass downgrade. Is anyone not talking about Starfield right now? Still a few weeks to go before it's released in September. That doesn't stop the hype train from speeding along. From finding out there's scary aliens similar to Deathclaws to free download available for. I mean, you had to expect there to be scary aliens in this game, right? Yeah, I mean, I haven't really been talking that much. Everybody's talking about Baldur's Gate 3 right now, really. To free download available for a limited time period, the game is on everyone's minds. For the most part, all related content is positive. However, there's a slight hurdle to our collective Starfield-fueled joy that we weren't expecting an Xbox Game Pass downgrade. Previously, the $1 Game Pass trial for new users would last a month. Let's put that into perspective. New users get access to games like GTA 5, The Cave, Bramble, and so many other good titles for an entire month, with the cost priced at less than a coffee. Much less than a coffee nowadays, dude. It's been an amazing ride, and one many of us will look back on fondly after the news that the new user trial will now only last 14 days. Okay. Jesus, Xbox. We know 2 weeks worth of gaming for such a small fee is the epitome of first world problems, but let's consider how difficult it is to play all those incredible games in such a short window of time. A month isn't enough, so 14 days feels almost insulting. As with any major updates that hit the video game community, Reddit has a lot to say on the matter. Of course they do. There's the polite disappointment post, like one user who simply said, well, that's a bit silly, as well as the more heated responses, like the user who posted, crap just keeps on getting worse, huh? Yeah, while it's disappointing news, some Game Pass users have been abusing the system, creating multiple accounts in order to get more out of the trial. Consequently, a lot of people suspect that's why Xbox is finally taking a stand on changing the rules. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, that's that. I mean, we know that's why they did it. Why they took it away at first, they brought it back. Now they're shortening it, and we know that's why they're doing it. People are taking advantage of it. I took advantage of that $1 a month thing. Real Talk shares one Redditor. But what I find interesting is that Microsoft kind of let this stuff happen. Whether it's the $1 to join trick or the Xbox Live Gold conversion trick, they just let it happen. Yeah, here's the thing, man. This coincides with kind of the same thing. This is like dupe accounting, right? And this is the same thing you'll see happen whenever people get account bans for, violating terms of service in games or hacking, cheating in live service games. And when they get caught, they'll get banned, sometimes perma-banned, and they'll just create dupe accounts, right? So it's the same kind of thing here. And what developers are trying to figure out are legitimate ways to keep people from using dupe accounts, right? And without also hurting their wallets or their profits. It's a difficult thing for them to figure out. We saw a lot of this come out with, whenever Overwatch was switching over to Overwatch 2. We've seen things happen with Call of Duty as well, because obviously Activision, Blizzard, one company, they both own, they own both those games. So they're trying to figure out things to do to prevent cheaters and hackers and people that break terms of service from, creating alternate accounts to get in there and just do the same thing again. And it comes about for this kind of situation as well. Ultimately, where this really sucks is for the people that are interested in checking out Xbox Game Pass, a $1 entry fee as a trial, which used to be a month, now it's 14 days. It's going to eventually be totally taken away again. And it's because people take advantage of it and they ruin it for everybody else. And it sucks. They ruin it for everybody else. It's unfortunate, but it was inevitable. And unless Microsoft comes up with a way where they can ensure that people aren't being able to create another account, like you have to have a phone number tied to your Xbox account or something, you know what I mean? Your Game Pass account, or else, you know what I mean? It's a no-go for you. Yeah, that's one of the things they were doing with like Overwatch and Call of Duty. There are things they're trying to figure out about how can we require people to give us a bit more information for their accounts to prove that, this is their one account, and won't allow them to make another account because you can only have one phone number tied to one account. Something of that nature, right? There are things like this that have happened here of recent. And so unless Microsoft comes up with some kind of solution that they feel will be able to keep this alive for people and not allow people to take advantage of it, it's going to end up dying. The same way I was just talking about with how they're trying to find solutions to the, keeping people from making dupe accounts on a lot of live service games, Psycho, great response. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it will. Well, we know that there have been a lot of Game Pass changes already. Anyway, this is what they're talking about. Starfield. Maybe this is a change coming because Starfield's coming, and there's been a lot of Game Pass changes, the price increase, stuff like that. We know that is because Starfield's about to hit, and it just makes sense for Microsoft to be taking advantage of such a large release. It doesn't necessarily feel good because, let's be fair, Xbox and Microsoft, they have not had a lot of great games come out for first party that really, honestly, gives them any reason from a customer's point of view to have increased the price of Game Pass, right? Over about the past year to year and a half, they haven't had much. Hi-Fi Rush. Anybody else? Anybody? If anybody says Redfall, I'm going to lose my mind. But, you know, they haven't had much. They haven't had many first-party games under their umbrella, which is their big pull for Game Pass, right? You buy into Game Pass, you get day one releases of their first-party proprietary games, right? But they haven't had much for people. And now they're raising the price. People are going, wait, what? Why are you raising the price? You haven't even been giving us anything to keep us enticed to stay on the platform anyways. And it's really because Starfield's coming. That's why. Oh, cool. Right on, Psycho. Nice, dude. Right. Cool, man. Quake 2 Remaster will be released today, it's claimed. Remaster will reportedly be announced at QuakeCon. So Bill Coon, who we get info from all the time, been accurately leaking game announcements and release dates for some time now, says the game will release today at 10 a.m. Pacific. That would be noon for us. 1 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. BST. So about, I don't know, a few hours before we end the stream day is when this is going to release. They also say the game will cost $10 US, 10 euros, and 8 pounds. It is not clear yet whether it will be called Quake 2 Remastered or Quake 2 Enhanced. If the time of release is accurate, this will coincide with the start of QuakeCon 2023, first presentation of which is set to also start today at the same time the game is set to release, okay? It is likely then that the Quake 2 Remaster will be one of the first things announced during this open address. Reportedly, the game will release on PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox Series XS, and Switch. All right. So we'll see. It's kicking off today. It's going to release today. We'll see. All right. Valve is now selling refurbished Steam Decks at discounts of up to $130. Now, that's going to be a $130 discount. I don't think that's going to be the price you get. Each handheld is thoroughly tested to the same high standards as new units. As with other companies that sell refurbished goods, a refurbished Steam Deck is a unit that can no longer be sold as new for a variety of reasons. For example, they may have been purchased and opened but then returned, thereby making them secondhand. Because the device is technically no longer brand new, refurbished devices are usually cheaper than new retail units. This is also the case with Valve's refurbished Steam Decks. The company is selling refurbished models for the following prices. The lowest tier, the 64 gigabyte model, is refurbished at $319 US, originally $400. 256 gigabyte model, the middle tier, is a little over 100 off at $419 US, originally $530. Look, guys, hold on, let me talk about this. Refurbished 512 gigabyte model at $519 and was $650 US. Guys, these prices are not far off from the brand new prices with the deals that they had during the summer sale, the Steam summer sale. So, have we even had rando mode this morning? Yo, that's one of the things I need to work on, though. I don't even know if we've had rando mode this morning. We haven't. Nice try, though, dude. I need a command that will bring up the last time rando mode. I mean, I can actually look at it. Let me look at what was the last. I need a command that will pull up the last rando mode that popped out. I need to work on making that command. See if I can find it real quick. There's that. See, now you got me all sidetracked, dude. Thanks a lot, bro. Jesus. Weird. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. What happened up there that you were timed out? Ferret went mod on you? Did you not see it? Ferret went all mod on you, bro. You didn't see where Ferret said, "Oh, tainted am I?" Ferret was using the powers that be, dude. Well, anytime you get timed out, all your previous messages get throttled, dude. So that's just he only timed you out for like 2 seconds, so he was just trolling you out. So there's nothing you can do about the messages and stuff. So yeah, look, here's the deal again. If I mean, not that this is a bad thing by any means. I mean, look, I really do trust Steam is a great company when it comes to software and hardware production. I've always thought that they do a great job, and I think that they probably have a great division that refurbishes and tests the refurbished Steam Decks and everything as well. And so I think that you could probably sleep soundly knowing that these are going to be very like new devices, if you were going to purchase one of these. But I will say that I think the Steam Summer Sale had the 64 gig model at 10% off, the 256 model middle tier was 15, and this one was like 20% off, I think. So these prices are almost matching up with what the Steam Summer Sale had these brand new for. So if you're not in a rush to buy one of these, you might just hold off until another big Steam sale comes and see if they do this again. According to the new Steam Deck refurbished page on the Steam Store, each certified refurbished Steam Deck has been thoroughly tested to the same high standards as retail units. Every device goes through a complete factory reset, software update, and extensive examination involving over 100 tests at one of Valve's facilities. Among the tests are all controller inputs, audio system screen, and internals. Battery health is also assessed to ensure proper functionality and longevity. They could have minor cosmetic blemishes, but they provide a reliable, high-quality gaming experience at a lower cost. They will include a standard 1-year warranty, a refurbished power supply, carrying case, and a quick start guide. Valve has spoken openly about the potential future iterations of the machine. They're working on them right now, which the team says will likely focus on improved battery life rather than hardware such as an OLED screen. Yeah, again, look, I mean, not that this is bad, and I really do think that you can trust that these devices are going to be like new, aside from maybe some cosmetic blemishes or whatever. But honestly, these prices are right along the same price that the brand new ones were selling for during the last big Steam sale. So you might just hold off. I think as we get closer to the end of the year, the brand new ones are probably going to go on sale again for right around the same price, if you can hold off. Just my own 2 cents. Netflix launches a game controller app for playing games on your TV. Look, man, I've been talking about they needed something like this for a while. After last fall signaling its intentions to expand into cloud gaming, Netflix today launched a new app that will soon allow subscribers to play games on their TV. The app, dubbed Netflix Game Controller, lets you use your phone as a controller for pairing it with your TV in order to play the games available through Netflix's service. This is not good enough. Though, I mean, it's a step in the right direction, it's still not good enough. Though the game has appeared in the App Store, there's no news yet on which of Netflix's games will be making their way to the big screen or when. Instead, the app's description simply teases coming soon to Netflix. Reached for comment, Netflix declined to share additional details about its plans or timeline. However, Netflix has already gone on the record about its plans to expand beyond mobile gaming. Yeah, they're already working on like AAA games and stuff. Netflix bundles free games into the cost of its streaming subscription. Yeah. Our overall vision is that our members can play games on any Netflix device they have. But you can't, which sucks. A statement that would clearly include users' TVs. It would include any flippin' device that you can run Netflix on, which means they have got to progress with getting people the ability to pull up Netflix on a browser and play games through it. Or at the very, very least, do what so many other platforms do and say, if you want to play our games through our service, if you have, because with Netflix, obviously you have to have a subscription, right? So if you want to play our games, you have to download our desktop app and then you can play our games. It's easy, but they don't do that yet. And they have amazing games on their platform, actually. Into the Breach, they've got, what was the one? It was Immortalis, I think. They've got the Oxenfree games. They got WrestleQuest coming out. They've got a ton of games on that platform. And some of them work most of them work very well for mobile. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of people want to play them on something like their desktop or their console or whatever. They need to get this rolled out, dude. Not just a TV, too. For the time being, the new Netflix gaming controller app is only available on iOS. It's not even, it's there. You can't even use it yet, though. So we'll just have to pay attention and see what happens moving forward. Netflix needs to, they've got to evolve, dude. I think their initial rollout was good. I think it was a good plan. I think it was a good strategy, but they've got to start progressing. PlayStation Plus drops free games with over 530 hours of gameplay. With hundreds of games in the PlayStation Plus library, subscribers will always have many choices, especially those on the Extra and Premium tiers. This week, Sony dropped its latest lineup of games for PS Plus Extra and Premium subscribers, offering a total of 17 new games to play in August 2023. It even included 2 games that will launch on the service, namely the turn-based RPG Sea of Stars. Yep, we knew this was coming. And Moving Out 2, though it must be stated that Sea of Stars will arrive a little later than the rest of the batch. So PS Plus Extra and Premium tier releases for August include Destiny 2 The Witch Queen, Lost Judgment, 2 Point Hospital Jumbo Edition. Classic games also, Medieval Resurrection, Ape Escape on the Loose, and Pursuit Force Extreme Justice. All 3 of these were originally PSP games, by the way. So Sea of Stars and Moving Out 2 So the PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium games will be available on the 15th, with Sea of Stars not arriving until Tuesday, 30th of August. Okay, guys? Sony has delayed several first-party PlayStation games out of the fiscal year. Nothing specific here, though. What? Sony claims the impact of changes in the launch dates of a portion of its first-party titles has negatively affected its fiscal year of 2023 forecast, meaning those games will now release either at some point in mid to late 2024 or early 2025. Sony obviously doesn't name the games that were internally delayed, though we can take a good guess based on what we're still waiting on release dates for. Stellar Blade is a promising looking title we've seen a lot of. May not fall under the first party label since only being published by Sony. There's the Last of Us multiplayer title. Maybe a Twisted Metal reboot like we were talking about before, right? Who knows, dude? Who knows? They didn't name anything. They're just saying that there's a good number of first party titles that have been delayed into next year or even maybe 2025 at this point. So speculate as you will. We're not. I mean, nobody's gonna know for sure unless you're internal to Sony PlayStation right now. Exclusive details on PlayStation's Project Kronos' cloud streaming for the PS5. Here we go, guys. Earlier this week, PS5's cloud streaming beta officially rolled out to some PS5 users. And whilst we were only able to gather that the streaming will support up to 4K, insider gaming sources have provided us with more information on the streaming architecture. Internally named Project Kronos, we previously reported this as Cronus. The new streaming architecture aims to build a robust PS5 streaming experience that will serve as a major step forward in the company's growth in the ever-growing market. It's understood that the development of Kronos began 5 years ago due to the complexity surrounding the PlayStation 5's solid-state drive. While the SSD is very fast in the PS5, it created a new challenge that made it impossible for Sony to develop the infrastructure needed using current technology on the market. Functionality, latency, etc. This meant that Sony, under the Future Technology Group, designed a completely new network storage solution based on PCIe, which leverages NTB and the PS5 input-output coprocessors. The final product is a custom storage server under the codename Cura, which reads up to 5 gigabytes per second with less than 1 millisecond of latency. Sources said that Sony will have a total of 28 data centers across 15 metros for the PS5 cloud streaming rollout, with its plans to fully launch the feature in fiscal year 23. Which would be April of this year through March of next year. The official PlayStation blog outlined in June, quote, "First off, we have very exciting news for PlayStation Plus Premium members currently testing cloud streaming for supported PS5 games. This includes PS5 titles from the PlayStation Plus game catalog and game trials, as well as supporting digital PS5 titles that players own. When this feature launches, cloud game streaming for supported PS5 titles will be available for use directly on your PS5 console. That means as a premium member, it'll be easier to jump into your favorite games without downloading them first onto your PS5 console. Our goal is to add this as an additional benefit to PlayStation Plus Premium as part of our ongoing efforts to enhance the value of PlayStation Plus." Okay. Well, it's a little bit more info on the cloud streaming stuff. We still don't know exactly when it's supposed to be rolling out officially, but we'll keep track. Yo, get all the mainline Resident Evil games for just $35. Humble Bundle, dude. Also includes some spin-offs like RE1 and 2. Snoo. A new bundle available until later this month combines 11 Resident Evil games plus some DLC into a $35 package. A newly released Humble Bundle package is the entire main series, including what what's considered chronologically the first entry, RE0, and newer games like RE Village, no code Veronica though. Package is only for PC gamers with a Steam account. The deal ends on August 23rd. The full list of what you can get for $35, but keep in mind that all of the classic games listed here are the modern remakes, with the exception of RE4. Really? Dude, that's pretty solid. RE0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 2005's edition. RE5 Gold Edition, RE6, 7 Biohazard, Revelations, and Revelations 2 Deluxe Edition. While some may prefer the original games, I think the modern remakes, especially RE2, are fantastic and wonderful ways to revisit these beloved interactive horror adventures. Also happy to see the Revelation series included here. Those games aren't as fancy or as big as the mainline entries, but they are campy fun. Plus, 2's co-op gameplay is unique as only one player has access to guns or combat. Interesting, dude. Yo. That's a pretty good buy right there, man. Hold on. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Yo, check this noise out. Right here. The entire 12-item bundle. 35 bucks. You can get 10 for 20. So this is the way Humble works. You go to this page, right? This is where this specific bundle is, but Humble has all kinds of other bundles for games, books, software, stuff like that. So for 20 bucks, you get all of these titles. So 35 adds in Village and 25% off Resident Evil Village Winter's expansion coupon. $20 takes those away, but you get everything else. $10. You can see the differences, right? $3 will get you those three. But 35 bucks gets you Steam keys for all of these games. All of these. That's pretty good, dude. It's pretty good. I'll link it for you guys. There you go. Scaretober. Start doing some RE. I don't know if we'll have room for it this Scaretober. Put it over here for now. Humble Bundle also takes part of your donations. You can see on that screen. I'll show you right here. You can adjust your donation. You can decide what charity you're going to donate to. Every purchase you make on Humble, a part of that purchase will go to a charity, right? You can even purchase for over what it costs to buy the entire bundle just to give more to charity and stuff. You can do these definitive amounts that they have, or you can just do whatever amount you want. You can adjust your donation to give a certain amount's obviously going to go to Capcom. These are their games if you were doing this bundle. And then what amount goes to supporting charities, what amount goes to supporting Humble as the platform that puts on, these sales and everything. Or you can do custom amounts. You can adjust all this stuff. Even the charities that you're going to be donating to and everything. You can adjust all that stuff. So Humble's a really great organization for getting good deals on games, bundles of games, and being able to support great charities as well. So highly recommend taking a look. Free PC games, last chance to grab critically acclaimed RPG in giveaway. What are we talking about? Loop Hero. I already talked about it. I'll pull it up again real quick. Epic Games. You've got 2.5 hours left. Bloons TD6, Loop Hero. Both of these are bangers. You need to go grab these. It's a no-brainer. Free games. It's a free account on Epic Games. Create a free account. You get free games every single week. These are two great ones right now. They're going to go away in about 2.5 hours. Grab these, and then once these are no longer available, these will be later on this morning. So just get your free games, guys. Don't miss out. Last article I have for the day. Shout out to Ferret for shooting this to me. This is not specific video gaming news, but this can have an impact on people that have Intel processors in their devices. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this real quick. If anybody has anything else to add for video gaming news this morning, let me know in chat. I'll address it before we move on and start doing some gaming today, which will be more of our Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Okay. Intel patches critical weakness found in billions of processors. The fix does come with a big performance hit and an opt-out, though. Intel fixed a security flaw known as downfall this week, which is described as a critical weakness found in billions of modern processors by the researcher who discovered it. That security researcher is Daniel Magimi from the University of California, San Diego. The vulnerability he found affects Intel processors, affects Intel processors released between 2015 and 2019. More specifically, downfall impacts processors from the 6th gen Skylake to the 11th gen Tiger Lake, and Intel has produced a detailed list of the affected chips. It's also worth noting that rather than using downfall, Intel prefers to call the vulnerability gather data sampling. So what does downfall allow a hacker to do? According to Magimi, a hacker can target high-value credentials such as passwords and encryption keys, and the vulnerability only requires the attacker and victim to share the same physical CPU core. Oh my god, dude. May sound highly implausible, but when you consider multitasking, multi-threading, servers, and cloud computing, Magimi says this flaw most likely impacts us all. The good news is Intel has released a fix. The bad news is that fix comes with a significant performance hit for certain types of workload. Specifically, Intel says the performance of scientific and visualization engineering workloads will be impacted most heavily. Magimi suspects the overhead of the mitigation could be as high as a 50%, depending on the workload. That is significant. With that in mind, Intel decided to offer an opt-out mechanism to disable the mitigation, but turned the mitigation on by default. Offering an opt-out means that we can't be sure which Intel servers are immune to the vulnerability because it's up to the owner of the server to decide whether the fix is applied. In a statement, Intel noted that Magimi was working within the controlled conditions of a research environment and argued that the attack would be very complex to pull off outside of such controlled conditions. Recent Intel processors, including Alder Lake, Raptor Lake, and Sapphire Rapids, are not affected, the spokesperson adds. Many customers, after reviewing Intel's risk assessment guidance, may determine to disable the mitigation via switches made available through Windows and Linux operating systems, as well as VMMs. In public cloud environments, customers should check with their provider on the feasibility of these switches. That's a rough hit, dude. That's a rough hit. I mean, this is why it's so important that we have so many people like Magimi out there doing the tech lord's work. Finding these, you're basically doing white hat work, if you will. It's not necessarily, hacking or anything, but finding the vulnerabilities and trying to ensure that people that have these devices and hardware and things of that nature remain safe, right? There are a lot of people out there that do this kind of work to ensure that companies are taking care of things that they didn't find themselves. And it's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. There's a lot of really, 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 really smart people out there on both sides of the ball field here. The people that are always looking to try and work for the greater good of technology and all of us that use technology. And then there are people that are always finding the flaws and using the flaws to their benefit for malicious acts and things, right? It's a cat and mouse game. And, to all those individuals that are out there like Magimi that find these kinds of issues and report them and help to keep us all safe in the products we use, man. Big props. It's good stuff. Big shout out to Ferret. Thanks, man. Appreciate this. Good stuff. I'll link it for you guys if you need it. It'll get you links to the products and things like that. So there you go. That's the Jam-a-Lam, guys. That's the news for today. That's the news. Not quite as deep as I figured it would be, considering we had a day off yesterday, but that's okay, man. It just means we're going to go get into the gaming a little bit sooner than I figured we would. So we are going to move on, go play some more. I think this is what, day 4? Is that what we're on right now? I think this is day 4, right? Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. Yeah, day 4. Day 4. Man, I need more coffee. Day 4 of Fallout New Vegas. And then we are... I don't think we have anything else going on today, do we? No, should just be Fallout New Vegas for the rest of the day. We've already done the Devolver Digital stuff. We took a look at that, so that's done. Gamescom kicks off in a couple of weeks, a little under that. So that's about the only thing else on the schedule for right now, on the 22nd. So opening night live for that, we'll watch that. But great news segment, appreciate it, guys. Having a day off consistently every week is weird, but it's good. It's good for me to get stuff done. We got the Dave the Diver. All the Dave the Diver stuff is up on YouTube. Half the Remnant 2 stuff is up on YouTube now. I'm getting more and more stuff done every single week instead of things getting piled up. You know what I mean? More good stuff for the channels. More of our content we've done is getting put out there for people to be exposed to and find out what we're about, man. It's good stuff. So if anybody is actually getting got to see this live today, or maybe if you're checking out as a VOD, our video gaming news segment today, this one here for August 10th, and you're enjoying it, then check out everything else we have out there on the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel. We've got all the previous video gaming news segments, which is what we start off all of our streams with before we dive into our gaming content every day. So all of the gaming content's out there as well. All the playthroughs that we've done are in playlists out there on the YouTube channel and the Twitch channel also, along with all the crazy, fun, wild, silly clips and highlights that come about during the streams and stuff, man. There's just a lot of fun stuff out there. So if you're enjoying the content, then come hang out with us, man. We go live at 6 a.m. CST 6 days a week. No Wednesdays. Wednesdays are off days, but we have a great time. We got an awesome community of people here, lifting each other up, being supportive, having a fun time, laughing a lot, and just being good peoples, man. So if that's what you're about and enjoying video games, then come be a part of what we do. You know what I mean? Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for August 11th edition of Video Gaming News. All right?